I'm Lizzie from Hardbeat, and I'm here with Ryan from Municipal Waste.
Good to see you.
How are you going today?
Doing great.
Good. So you're returning to Download.
Correct.
How was your set this afternoon?
It was wild. We had a bunch of beach balls. The crowd was knocking around. We had 3 circle pits going at once.
Amazing.
And a lot of crowd surfing for Wave of Death. We wrote a song just for crowd surfing, so it goes over well.
Is that the song that you would say hits hardest?
Wave of Death, yeah, because it involves the crowd, you know. There's only 3 lyrics, Wave of Death and Whoa, Whoa, Whoa. So we can watch the crowd. It's easy for us,
Yeah. Would you say that's one of the better songs if at a festival, when you've got people that don't necessarily know you, to bring them in?
I would completely agree. We actually wrote that for festivals because we're so separated from the crowd that it's a way that they can crowd surf up to us from a distance because we can't reach them. So it kind of brings them to us. So literally does,
Yeah. So is that sort of your favorite part, I guess, of the more intimate shows, is that they're much closer?
It's fun because we get something to watch. It gives us a show from the stage, you know.
Yeah. And would you say, so do you tailor your set list then if you've got a festival going?
That one's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have to shorten our set list usually at a festival, and they let us play over, and the crew was nice enough to let us go a little over.
Good.
And they're like, we wouldn't do that for anybody. We like you guys, so that felt kind of nice. We didn't feel like dicks, you know.
Yeah.
At the end.
Well, I suppose that's one of the things, is make sure you're nice to the crew because they've got the power, don't they?
Yeah, and then we play
a
a different length every day, so it's like, oh, we have less time. We better play faster.
Yeah. So, as well, sort of looking at the records you've released, so the physical release of Tango and Thrash came out the end of May?
Yeah.
So only a couple of weeks. Have you found there's been sort of a shift from the digital back to people wanting vinyl?
Well, I'm a big vinyl collector, so everything we do has to be on vinyl.
Yeah.
That was a split 7-inch from 2002.
Yeah.
So no one has that record. So we reissued it on an LP with some extra songs, some cover songs. And it's from our first lineup with our drummer who passed away. And my best friend was the bass player, and he went on to be a teacher. So it was something that to show like our early days. And a lot of people don't know this, but our drummer Brandon, who passed, has 2 twin children. Yeah. So we gave his royalties in a trust fund to them.
Oh.
Like I set it up with me and my singer, and we. So it's growing. I'm watching it grow, and then when they turn 21, I'm gonna give them a big chunk of change from it.
Oh,
so. We make sure to divide the publishing for the old members.
Yeah. So that must feel like almost like a full circle moment to go back to that.
I know. If I was 21 and I got a check, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd spend it right though.
Well, that's why we wait till they're 21. We're not going to give it to them when they're 15, you know?
Yeah. Hopefully they'll be sensible. So you've got sort of a huge tour coming up, haven't you, with Cannibal Corpse later this year?
In the US, yeah.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that?
Well, it's great because we did the Europe tour with Cannibal Corpse last fall, and we're just really good friends with the band. The crews get together and get along. We all help each other out, and it's a death metal crowd and a speed metal crowd, and they come together, and somehow it works. So we help each other with bringing an audience, a little bit of a different audience, and somehow it all works together.
Does it feel like you're just sort of hanging out with your mates then, if you know them really well?
Yeah. They love to hang out, those guys. So.
How would you say that touring has changed sort of over the years from when you first did it to now? Have you seen a difference?
Well, yeah, I mean, we started in a van and we're all sitting up, crammed in together, and now we're old and we have a bus, and it's like, you think you'd just be partying on the bus, but I just want to sleep. So it's like, you actually physically need it. Like, your body needs it. So I think it's just us getting older, and, you know, I quit drinking a year and a half ago. This is a non-alcoholic beer I'm drinking, so that's what's changed for me personally the most. And I'm more positive about things, you know, so just happy to be doing what I love for a living, you know.
Yeah, so what do you do now after you come off stage?
Well, I drink a fake beer that's down there, and then, you know, just, you know, do interviews. Like, I'm still working, you know, so it's like people think it's all fun and games, but it's a lot. It's a lot of moving parts. We know we're self-managed too, so I do the band accounting and all the paperwork and stuff, so I'm busy all day, man.
It's full on. Yeah, well, speaking of fun and games, hopefully these will be a bit more fun. Yeah. We'll see what you get. So I'll give them a shift around. If you want to choose.
Is it going to bite me?
We'll see.
Oh, it's pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Should I read it?
Yeah, if you want to read it.
Want me to read it out loud?
Hopefully you can read my writing. We'll see.
If your band were to cover 2 nursery rhymes...
Cover a nursery rhyme, that's my writing.
Or cover a nursery. I was like, 2. Wow, 2, okay. So the British a nursery rhyme in your style, which one would work best? Okay, so now I got to think nursery rhymes. Is Silent Night? That's like a Christmas song. I'm just trying to think of nursery rhymes.
I mean, you could do that.
I can't think of any nursery rhymes. Well, let's do Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty.
Because Andrew Dice Clay did a really funny Humpty Dumpty. We'll do the clean version of Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be fun.
Yeah, and we'll crowd surf Humpty Dumpty during the wave of death, and hopefully he won't crack.
How do you think that would go at the Cannibal Corpse?
I think it would crack.
Yeah.
In our show, he'd get cracked. Yeah.
I'll get you to pick another one. We'll see what we get.
Well, it's cool that you can pretend I just thought of that.
It'll be seamless. It
will, yeah. And the edit, we'll get it in post. Okay, if you had an animal sidekick, what would it be and why? Okay, that's great. Well, I do have an animal sidekick named Willow, who is my Min Pin Chihuahua. She's beautiful. She's perfectly symmetrical. She looks like a little bat mixed with a deer, and that's my baby Willow. So I already got a sidekick, Willow.
Would she come on stage with you, or would that be too much?
Yeah, she would. She'd probably steal the show, honestly.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Everyone would just be watching her.
Big time. Oh, yeah. She's beautiful.
Should we do one last one just to round it all off?
Yeah. I like threes. The power of three.
Yeah.
Which historical figure would you love to have as a roadie? Oh, man. Maybe like... I can't. Now I'm thinking nursery rhymes. I'm thinking fictional people. I was like, well, Paul Bunyan or something. Is Paul Bunyan real?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's an American one. Historical figure. Wow. Well, I'm going to say Phil Lynott because he's historical to me from Thin Lizzy.
Oh, okay.
Just to hang out with. I mean, it's hard rock history.
Do you think?
I don't want any of these old politicians. They're all kind of pieces of shit. So.
Yeah. Well, 100%.
Especially.
Would he make a good roadie? Do you reckon, or would he just hang out?
No, he'd probably just steal all the chicks, So, but that's fine. I just want to bring him back from the dead. He's my answer to anyone I'd resurrect because I never got to see Thin Lizzy, the original lineup. So I mean, that's historical for me.
Yeah, that would be great.
We live for rock and roll, so we got to bring him back.
Yeah, maybe if we had the power, bring him back to do your tour later in the year. That would be great fun.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't help as a roadie though.
No, he could just hang around. Yeah.
That's fine though.
Well, yeah, perfect. Thank you so much for talking.
Thank you.